It's too bad. Like, everyone feels like they have the right to tell you what to do. They even feel like they have the right to tell you what to eat. You shouldn't eat that. You shouldn't eat this. Like, I'll open my DM and I'll be saying like, oh, you look malnourished. You don't even know what I'm going through. Like, it's actually that bad. Like, so many things. I'm just like, but you don't even know what I'm going through. Like, you don't know what I'm going through behind closed doors. You don't know what I have been through.
No, you didn't say that.
And you just think it's
How can somebody say that you look malnourished?
So many things. Oh, I'm a big fan of yours, but I think you look malnourished. You need to start eating. Like, how can you be a fan and be a hater at the same time?
Wow.
So it's crazy. Like, they think they can tell you what to do because they watch you on TV. Yeah. And being in a confined space, you're a different person. I mean, like, I live my reality in there and I live my truth in there. But being inside that house is totally different from what I would do outside. Because I was in a confined space with strangers. I would never be in such a space like outside. I can choose to be there or not to be there. But there, you had to be there. It's a do or die affair. Like, you needed to be there. I mean, it's not a do or die affair. I actually want to leave, but
we all have
but you get what I'm trying to say, yeah. But then, so it's they think they have the right to like control your life, tell you what to do, who to be with, what to eat. But at the end of the day, like, people have to understand that you're a person, an adult, so you choose what is right and what is good for you. And people are like battling so many things and fighting so many things behind closed doors that people like they might never want to share or feel comfortable sharing. But so I don't know why people think it's okay to control people's lives. So, but for me, I mean, like, it actually affected me like the few weeks coming out of the house. But now, like, I'm in control of my life and I'll do what I want to do. All
right, talking about reality, right? So, people have been saying since you left, they're not talking, Sheggz and Bella, what's happening and all that. Then I saw one place where you said that, it is just because of these people too, because we just don't want them to. And then you were talking about how you felt that Sheggz was not looking good, and then you cannot even say hi to him just because of these people and all that. I really want to know what the situation is, and are you still going to allow people control your feelings and how you actually really feel about this relationship?
So here is the truth, right? It was never about like what the world had to say. I know why I chose not to speak about him coming out of the house. So it's never about what the world's opinion. People always have opinions. That's normal. Even when you eat the right thing, they always say, why are you eating that? Everyone has something to say, always. So it's never about people's opinions. It's about like something else. I wouldn't want to like talk about here, but like I'm just saying, he's my best friend, and we're cool.
Still is your best friend. Interesting.
It is.
In past editions of Big Brother, we've seen where fans have created a vacuum between housemates, and it has led to wars between these housemates, thanks to them listening to their fans. But I like what you did recently. You tweeted at some people saying that people would always say what they want to say, but you are going to do what you want to do, and people should stop trying to tell you what to do. So since you came out of the house, we've seen your close friendship with some housemates, especially with Phyna, the sisterhood love and all of that. So how did you guys get that close? Because back in the house, we didn't think you guys were that close. So where did that start from?
I mean, like the last week, I actually got to know Phyna on a more deeper level. Like I said, it takes me a while to get to know people. So with Phyna, it happened the last week. And then we left together, like we left the house together. So being in the hotel for like the media rounds and stuff, actually like we became so close. Phyna was there for me when I needed someone the most. So when I would cry every night before sleeping, when I was so sad, when I was down, she was there for me. So that actually like made us this close.
Yeah.
So she's a best friend.
Getting to know Big Bella, a lot of things came to light. We saw how you could deal with people around you, and the fact that we found out that you barely have friends. You said you have just a few friends, and you're a private person. So mingling with a housemate and having one or two squashes with different housemates, people you've never met in your life. What was the experience like in the house, getting close to one particular person, Sheggz, and then eventually opening up to one or two people and making friends with them?
I would say like going to the house, my major worry was how will I get along with the housemates? Because I'm actually not the most friendly person. I can be friendly if you get to know me and I get to know you. I'm not the most friendly person. I'm not the kind of person that will just see you and be like, oh, hi, I want to be your friend. That's not my life at all. So getting into the house, that was like one of I was very worried about it. So when I got into the house and I met the housemates, they were not that bad, to be honest. Like, it wasn't that bad, like I expected. And I mean, I had like a best friend there. Sheggz was my best friend in the house, so it was actually easy going by. This
is so interesting because there was one clip that you did before you went into the house, and you said, "I am the life of the party." I said, I said,
I'm not the life of the party.
Bella, who was that you were selling? Say, you know what? Because you had done that before you entered. So when I just came across it, I'm like, no, don't do that again.
What are you trying to say?
I understand me that I said I'm for everybody and I'm for nobody. I ended up, let me not say what I said.
I mean, the thing is that before going into the house, like, you say so many things just to enter the house. Let me just be a story woman. Let me just say anything I want to say and enter the house. The priority was entering the house.
Yeah. So there was a particular scene right there in the house where you know when Ebuka is about to talk to you and all that, and then you were up for eviction or something, and then you just were so worried because you know the response from the crowd outside. You said, they don't like us. They don't like the energy was not just positive.
Is it the day they were like saying Bella?
I think so. I think there was a particular day like that. You were just so worried. You said, did you hear the audience? Like it's sounding like they don't like us. You were so worried about it. When I'm sure that thought was still somewhere coming out, and then once you stepped out of that house, finally, what was the feeling? Did it match what you thought?
It actually didn't match. The love was massive. The love was too much. In fact, but like being inside there, the best thing for you to do is not to hear anything that's going on outside. Not to even see anything. That would actually break you. It actually broke me, hearing my name like that. Like, why would they want me to leave? Who wants me to leave? That means the whole world hates me. But then I was saved. I'm like, that means there must be love and there will be hate. But at the end of the day, like as human beings, you always like just focus on the hate. But like, I mean, for me to have been saved that means people love me, right? I didn't think about it that way. But coming out and hearing like, Bella, we love you, Big Bella. I even got a bouquet. That was it for me. That was it for me.
Bella, I mean, you had so many moments in the house. You had friction with housemates in the house as well. You had moments. But what's that one moment that you can, if you had the chance to go back into the house, you would change? You won't let happen the way it happened. What's that one moment for you?
I would say, I mean, I wouldn't change anything. I wouldn't take back anything. But if I could say one thing I would take back, actually, is the many misunderstandings I had in the house concerning food. But saying it here, like, it's actually easy to say it here, to be honest, because I'm out of the house. But inside that place, it's different too.
It's different.
It's actually different. I mean, I've been there. Yeah. So if you're hungry, you're hungry, and you're going to fight for food. You're going to fight for food regardless. But I will take back the many misunderstandings. Yeah. Emotions are always high inside there, so I will still fight if I enter there. So. But yeah, if I could change something, maybe I'll change that.
Yeah, and then you talked about so many things. You talked about, in fact, I saw an interview where you were talking about, growing up, how you did not like your legs, you know, how people body shamed you. They said your legs are footballers' legs. And all that. That's so surprising and shocking to me because I've seen your legs so many times and I'm like,
what's wrong with her legs?
What's wrong with her legs?
It's crazy.
And then in the house too, you spoke about how I think you guys were just discussing one thing and you talked about your voice, that your voice does not match your, like, I don't know what and then you were very naughty at some point, and then you were talking about, I love how vulnerable you can be sometimes. You were talking about how at some point you did not know how to pronounce CH, that you say like Shioma and all that.
I like that Igbo accent.
I mean, that vulnerability and those things that you did not like, how did you now, how did you grow up to now be you and be so confident? I mean, you want to talk to somebody right now because there are so many people who are battling with some, insecurity.
At the end of the day, you just have to always love yourself. You're the most beautiful girl in the whole room or the most beautiful boy in the whole room. So you have to have that self-confidence and that self-love. If you don't have self-love, you're broken. So self-love is key and it's everything. So for me, like growing up and being a child, it's easy for someone to say, oh, your legs are bad and it will like get to you. But no one can tell me that like I'm actually the most beautiful girl in the whole world. And that's how I see myself, no cap. Like I'm perfect.
Big energy.
I'm perfect. And for my voice, growing up, I'm so tiny, so why is my voice this loud? You get? And people are like, oh, you have man's voice. I'm like, okay, that actually affected me, but I had like the right people. I've always had the right people at my corner, so are people that like see me as the most beautiful girl in the whole world.
And you said your brother even said that.
Yeah, my brother will be like, he can't date a girl that has straight legs. So I'm just like, okay, that means my legs are not bad, though. Hot legs. So yeah.
What God has planned for you, God's going to help you to establish. So we say big congratulations to you. So that's why we are here this afternoon to celebrate you one more time.
Thank you. I have been receiving gifts. Oh my God. Thank you so much. Thank you for being gifts. Okay. Let's do this. Wow. This is lovely. Honey.
This is flower.
Thank you. I love flowers. I still have everyone I've been given. Oh my God, sweet. Mommy Rebel. It's so nice. I love you, Bella. Wow, thank you. Thank you. I love you, Bella. Wow, thank you. Thank you. I love you, Bella.